Hey guys, it's been a while. I haven't made an update on my paintings or my studio practice. I've been on vacation. I had some health issues that I had to deal with for a couple weeks. I'm just getting back on my feet with that now, and I'm in the studio trying to produce some work for a couple shows that I've got coming up. Namely, I have a show at Algonquin Arts Center, which I typically do every year, which will run for the entirety of the summer. And then I have the Toronto Outdoor Artist Project, or the Toronto Outdoor Art Exhibition, which I usually do every year, which is you rent a booth, you set up your tent, and you sell, or at least you try to sell, for 3 days. I mean, it's an amazing experience in terms of giving out cards and meeting people. And you know, when you sell work, you're rewarded with that as well. And it's not overly expensive to participate in. You just have to get through the jury process. So typically, I usually bring 2 or 3 big pieces and a couple of small pieces. This year, I'm planning on going crazy with the smaller stuff. Just trying something new this year, and I think people appreciate smaller scale works right now, just because people don't have huge walls. Although I love painting huge paintings, which is what I would like to do all the time. Sometimes you gotta try and do some small stuff. So this year I'm going to focus on 24 by 24s and 36 by 24s. So you can see behind me, I'm in the middle of production right now. I'm at the second stage of my painting process that I've been working on over the last year or so. So I'll get in tight on some of these so you can see. Here, let me flip the camera around. Oh, I don't know if I can. I always forget. So let's just go for this one first. Excuse me. So these ones were done with the tire tracks. So I masked out the image, brought them out into the road and let the cars run over them, capture the dirt, bring it back into the studio, and apply a gel medium fixing agent that I've developed. It's just a watered down version of gel medium and clear gesso. I can't even tell you the parts. Like, it's quite liquidy, but it's over here. It's kind of liquid, and then I put that on and let it dry. And when that sets, I make sure that everything's set in, and then I go in with some chunky paint, and it's really rewarding painting like this. You can see the big brush strokes and the blending that happens in between chunky paint. I love that. It's a completely different way of painting for me, and I've always wanted to go in this direction. It took a while to figure out how to do it, because it's not something that's easy to do. So that's one of them. Next stage after this, once this paint dries, I might go in with another layer of paint, but I'll probably apply some sort of I don't know, some branches, just to give it a little more 3D element, and that'll be that. They're all done on boards. I'm getting nice panels built for me so that it's heavy and robust. So here's another one. It's a little bird, a little budgie, I believe, and I got a red-winged blackbird. This soil is all black soil that I've collected by the train tracks in the city. I think there's just the soil is so black. I think it's from exhaust and emissions, and it just collects in the dirt in the city. I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, when I go into the country and I collect soils for some of my paintings, I've never found anything so black as I have right by the train tracks, and I have train tracks right out my studio. And when you dig, the soil is just pitch black. It's amazing. Yeah, it's not amazing, but it's amazing for what I'm doing. So this one I just did the drawing, so I have the drawing out. A loose, positioning of the eyes, and it's all the same thing. These are all done the same way. Here, I think this one's almost done. If you look, the paint, the big chunky paint, I might go back in later. Sometimes I'm using a palette knife. I'm super excited by this stuff. Here's, try not to make you dizzy with spinning here. This guy I think is pretty close. I think that's a great painting. I'm happy with that painting. And I'm gonna add maybe a piece of driftwood or something to apply to it. So I've got these guys on the go. That's what, 2, 4, 6, 8 24 by 24s. And then I have, if you come over here, my inventory is, sorry. I mean, I think I've got another 20 panels. So that's what my goal this year is, to go crazy with the 24 by 24s. And then on this side of my studio is in transition right now. I was sharing a studio with some designers, and they're moving out. So I'm gonna have all of this to myself within the next week or two. So on this side now I have this wall. So this is a 48 by 48. This is gonna go to Algonquin as well. This is sort of a different method than the other ones. I'm not gonna apply much of the texturing to it. So I just started sketching out the position and what I'm hoping to do. I got this big guy, which is a commission for a client. It's gonna be 2 meese, walking in water from right to left. That's going to be a great painting, I think, hopefully. So that's I'm on that. And then these guys over here, these are 36 by 24s, and they're all drying right now. So I've got a couple. This one's going to be a wolf, and then I got some foxes. So these are like the birds in the sense where I masked out the image. I brought it out in the road. Some cars hit it on a perfect day. And then I applied some dirt. See, this one I've actually started putting some more 3D. This one's got a lot of rocks in it and stuff. So I'm trying to build up some more texture on this one. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now with these. Studio is kind of a mess, but that's good. It means things are happening. So I have 2.5 weeks to finish my work for Algonquin, and then I have a month to finish my booth for Toronto Outdoor Art Exhibition. And then I have some other things coming up in the works. But right now I've got my hands full. And then, so I'll try and give you another video as progression, well, towards the end of it, when these are done, mainly the big ones, hopefully the big ones, because the little ones are close to being done. Once these guys are done, maybe in a week or so, maybe a week and a half, I'll do another post and then you guys can check it out. I also have another video coming online that it was a side project that I did with a good friend of mine, where we did some drone footage of the process when I take it out into the street and let cars run over it. So until then, I hope you guys are all well. Thanks for tuning in. This is backwards. It's supposed to be forward. We'll talk soon, and I'll make another post. And yeah, I wish you all well. Thanks. Bye, guys.